is, guys. That's the C. Now,
it's funny because the flash kind of makes a V shape.
That's what I'm saying.
To it.
Welcome back to Class Rhymes, guys. Kai over here, and today we're going to talk about the Glock Gen V, all new Gen V right here. You guys see, first hands-on versus the Glock Gen V, but Glock 19C Gen V. So the C is not a new gun, right? We've had the Gen 3 Glock, 19, also 17Cs, also Gen 4s. Gen 3 made it really popular, basically a ported Glock. But now the Glock Gen V is actually brand new. If you guys know that most recently Glock announced that they were discontinuing the Gen 4s and the Gen 5s altogether. It was a big news, and then the Glock said they're coming out with the Gen V, and due to some of the complications that people are able to actually make it go full auto with the Glock switch, Glock wanted to kind of get around that, and here we are with the Gen V right here. So the only thing that's different on this thing is basically Glock changed the backplate area. I mean, this is going to be very same right here. Glock basically changed this channel. On a Gen 5, it's a little bit thicker, and it's a little bit narrower right here on the striker area. On the slide around the striker, Glock basically added a little track to kind of make it harder for people to use any kind of devices to kind of modify these things to go full auto. That's about it. Everything else should be the same. However, the Glock Gen 5 slide and backplate, basically these parts are not going to be interchangeable with the Gen V. Gen V has its own slide assembly when compared to the Gen 5. So be aware of that. Don't spend your money and then things don't fit. So with that being said, this is the Gen V, and we got the Glock 19C V. C is not for competition. It's not for compact. It is for compensation, although this is a port, but those words, or those two phrases or words used interchangeably nowadays. People have ports, which I believe ports to be just holes in a barrel. That's a port. And then if a compensation or compensator attached to a gun, that's just a different device that's attached to the muzzle to basically prevent muzzle rise. That's what it does. So when you fire the gun, the bullet goes out, and then the burnt gases, extremely hot and high pressure gases go upward, basically pulling the barrel down or the muzzle down. So with that being said, you get better shooting experience, less muzzle rise. That's what it is. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and shoot these two guns, two brand new pretty much guns, and see how they perform and see how much effective this port or compensator is. And I'm also going to do this. Now we got some daylight. We're going to shoot this as it is. Also, I'm going to wait till the sun goes down. It is dark, and then shoot to see how much flash profile do we get out of this port. If I am correct on this one, we should be getting some fireballs, not through the muzzle, although through the muzzle, but also through the ports. So with that being said, let's get to shooting, guys. All right, guys, so we are shooting obviously at dusk, so you're gonna see a more muzzle flash. Muzzle flash happens all the time. It's just more visible when it's obviously in the dark at night. So this is gonna be great, also educational content for you guys. So when you do something at night, you see the flash profile not only blinds, you also give up your position too. With that being said, this is just a regular Gen V. There you go. All right, so that is a non-ported, compensated, just a good old regular Glock Gen V. Now let's check out the ported one. Let's see if that muzzle rise mitigation is worth the added flash. I believe there should be some flash in here. There you go, let's go. That thing is spitting some fire. There you go, and also loud. See, I'm actually missing. I can't see my target. It is just so much flash going on. I can't even see my target. All right. Yeah. Wow. Hey, let's show you some more. In fact, how about we just do a mag dump on this one? So Ryan, what do you think about this?
Oh, you can see it.
You want one of these?
Oh, I want to see it.
Let's see some more. All right. There it is, guys. That's the C. Now,
It's funny because the flash kind of makes a V shape.
That's what I'm saying.
To it.
It's just because these ports are angled. They're not directly up. They're cut in an angle, so you get that V.
The Gen V.
But I don't think Glock had the V in mind when they were cutting it, because it's the same as the Gen 3 and the Gen 4 port location.
This is like 15 years in the making.
The V has been 15 years in the making. With that being said, since the V has been in the making for 15 years, I better shoot some more out of it. I think so. Got some more mags on me. I think that's it. This is my last mag. Regular Glock 19 Gen V. All right, guys, we just wanted to show you guys what the day looks like. Obviously at night, you guys clearly saw what the flash profile was on the regular 19 as opposed to the C, or when compared to C. Now we're gonna show you guys a couple of mags each, how this thing actually looks during the day. So with that being said, let's get right to it. All right. Get that out of the way, put a new mag in. There you go, sloppy. Not much muzzle profile. Like I saw a couple of times a little bit of a muzzle flash coming out, and that's about it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the C out of here and put this thing in my holster, and I have a feeling that this is actually still gonna give us a flash profile. So let's get to it. All right. Instantly, it is, even though I got ear protection, a little ringing in my ears. That's how loud these things are. So let's get to it. Mag in. All right, guys, you see it. During the day, these two completely behave differently when it comes to their flash profile when compared to, obviously, in the evening. They shoot just like the regular Gen 5 to me, at least for me. There's not much difference, and I didn't really expect any differences to be there anyways. But the CV, definitely you get less muzzle rise, so the port definitely works. But the downside is what you guys saw. Is got a huge flash profile. It blinds me, and at the same time it is much louder. So we're outside right now. If you shoot this thing indoors, you're gonna probably hate, your ears are gonna hate you. And if you end up using it at home or inside a vehicle, it's going to be much more concussive and loud, as well as obviously higher flash profile. But if muzzle rise is your concern, it'll certainly help you. So that's it, guys. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section. Do you have any experience with the C models, whether it's Gen 3 or Gen 4? Do you like them? If you don't, or if you do, just let me know why. Also, what do you think about the Gen V? Do you think that's a hype? Do you guys like these things more? Do you think these are more desirable, or the Gen 5s or the other gens? Let me know your thoughts. And what is your favorite Gen Glock? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As always, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your business. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.